Hello, and welcome back to day 2 of our tiny series on heart-centeredness. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a leader, a small business owner, a family member, a human being, this is something you're going to be able to apply to yourself. That's what we're all about, which is practical creativity, which takes this magical, mystical process called creativity and digests it down to something you can actually use to make your life and your work better. So, heart-centeredness. Today we're going to get to the tools and I'm so excited. First, we're going to talk a little bit about where the word came from, which is not only ancient Greek and Latin, but also a little bit of Old and Middle English. But I want to focus on the Latin and the Romance languages right now. The heart of the word being C-O-R, like corazón in Spanish. C-O-R is in the word accord. It's also related to the word courage, which is like Richard the Lionhearted, who was very brave. He was very courageous when he went into battle. So courage goes back to what we were talking yesterday, that your heart is actually the center of your mind, your will, your spirit, and it's a big part of who you are. So if you're not using this and this, you may be missing out. So over to more about that. To be in accord means to agree. This is also a way of being heart-centered. When we're collaborating, we're in the zone with people, we're cooperating, right? Also to record. Originally, this is what it meant to learn things by heart. You actually recorded them deeply, right? Okay. Now, to be heart-centered, one manifestation is to feel full and to feel powerful. Another manifestation that I think is the same thing for me, this is my experience of it, is to feel love. And when you are full of love, and it's not necessarily directed at anybody specifically, it's not like a romantic thing, it's still love. So the Greeks actually had 7 different kinds of love, and I'll list them for you here and then in the comments so you can have them top of mind. But these kinds of love are love of mind. So philosophy, phil is the love of something. There's, sorry, I count weird. Love of mind, longtime love or companionship love, love of soul, love of children. So you love a child in a much different way than you love somebody romantically. Romantic love, of course, we still have that one. Playful love, which I think is really awesome because I'm a musician. From the time we start, we play, right? I also embrace my inner 6-year-old, and it's a huge part of why I love my work. And then love of self. So we've got the 7, love of mind, love of that comes from companionship, affinity, or longtime love, soul love, love of children, romantic love, love of self, and playful love. I think I got them a little backwards, but they're all still there. I also think that there's love of pets, love of friends. So friendship is another kind of love. And then love of community. So feel free to add those if they resonate with you. All right, so now to your direct heart-centered application. What is the tool we're going to do today? So today, I want you to get my favorite tool, which is a blank sheet of paper, and I want you to fold it up in thirds, like you would a letter, and then fold that in half. So you have something that when you unfold it is actually a 6-point grid. And I want you to number the days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? 3 things I want you to do with this. I want you to list out, pick a kind of love. So from that list of 7 or 8 or 9, what is the kind of love that you would like to practice in your heart-centered practice? Because this is your 6-day plan. You get to make it a week-long plan and take a day off. So we'll just be doing the 6 today. But in each of these segments, identify a kind of love that you want to practice in each of the days. Maybe it's the same one. Maybe it's self-love. A lot of us entrepreneurs are running around like crazy, doing so much for so many people. We sometimes forget that it's good to fill our own well. Okay. So number 1, choose the kind of love you want for each segment, for each day. Each one of these segments is a day. Second thing is put a time limit on it. So maybe it's 2 minutes every day Maybe it's 5 minutes, maybe it's an hour, maybe you play with it, but you're gonna set a limit so that this is doable, and make it a small limit so you'll actually do it. All this is practice. They say it takes 21 days to make a new habit, but I think just practicing something different for 6 days or 7 days can actually get you on track to some really amazing new discoveries that maybe will open up new insights. So we're getting into the unknown, but with a very concrete tool that makes it very easy and very safe and very fun. So, okay, you've got your kinds of love, you've got the time limit you're putting on that love every day. And then the third thing is very obvious, which is how are you going to play with or express this kind of love? So for instance, someone at our workshop last week said that they were going to take 2 minutes and they were going to go back to that time in life, those times, multiple times, when they really stepped up and helped people, and the feeling of reconnecting with that sense of connectedness and purpose and just knowing what to do and knowing it made a difference. That person's going to put on the timer for 3 minutes and then spend an hour, maybe on the third day, at work, practicing that same sense of heart-centeredness. For you, it might be doing your hair. It might be hanging out with your family. It might be all sorts of different kinds of things. But you choose the one kind of love, put a time limit on it, and get as creative as you possibly can with how you're willing to do this and you're committed to doing it. Again, make your goal super small because you want to do it and see what happens. So here's your 6-day plan. It's ready for you. I'm ready to hear what comes of it. So perhaps I'll check back in a couple days and see how you're doing with your 6-day plan. I hope you've enjoyed this tool of practical creativity. If you like this video, please let me know and tag somebody you think should see it. I'm looking to get more ideas, so certainly if there's some sort of tool you would like to help make your creativity more practical, hit me up. I'd love to help. That's it for now. See you later.